Welcome back guys to another FPL content. This time I'm going to make the best team for the long perspective, and I think that this draft is going to be special for you because you are able to get many tips from game week 1 to game week 10. So in addition, I'm going to talk about the current situation in the transfer window, which is important to know for every fantasy manager. So before I make team selection, I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel and like this video because it's important for me, while it represents single click for you, and of course help me to reach the new milestone which I have right now, the subscribers quantity 2500, and let's do it guys, we can do it together. So let's start the team selection, and of course I'm going to start from the goalkeepers. My goalkeepers are going to be South from Nottingham Forest and Callaghan from Brentford. Despite the fact they are going to face each other on game week 1, it does not mean anything because we can choose one from them. And what's the most important, they both have good calendar, and under rotation they are going to be active of course in their team and crucial players, and that means we can freely rotate them and just gain many points because of course there is a strategy that have the main goalkeeper from one team and just reserve from another one because he's going to be cheap. But at this moment when goalkeeper is injured or something bad happens to our team, we can't rotate to many that many players, and we have to push, we are pushed and we are forced to make that free transfer to exchange our goalkeeper. So right now having two goalkeepers which are going to be starters in their teams is crucial for every team for the long perspective. And now I'm going to tell you about my defensive player. My defensive side is looking like this. I'm going to start with Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool's captain, who is going to be crucial player for every team I think, and under 6 million he is going to be important player for my team because for the long perspective I guess I need a player who is not going to be under rotation. Of course there are many rumors about Karkesh, of course Frimpong and Robertson, but I think we need a player even under 6 million who is not going to be under rotation, and Virgil van Dijk, who else but him, is going to be perfect for our team. And if we see the matches who Virgil van Dijk is going to perform, of course, find Liverpool. It's a Bournemouth, Newcastle and Arsenal. Of course, 2 out of 3 is going to be crucial for Liverpool and hard. But I think for the long perspective, having Virgil van Dijk is great asset for our team. Next one is Aït-Nouri from Manchester City, who of course is going to be starter in my opinion. And in the Club World Cup, he was starter and he was efficient because he scored a goal and made an assist. And of course, who watched the FPL last year in Wolves, Aït-Nouri was so active in attack. We all know Guardiola, how Guardiola likes when fullbacks have attacking potential, and Aït-Nouri is one of the best in the world right now in that case. So having him is going to be a very good asset for our team. Next one is Mickey van de Ven from Tottenham, and that's why I'm going to pick this kind of player because watch that fixtures. First, Burnley, first game week is so good for Spurs. Next is Manchester City, which is okay. Maybe it is going to be rotation for in my team, and I will show you later. Next one is Bournemouth, West Ham, Brighton, Wolves, Leeds, Aston Villa, Everton, and then Chelsea, and then Manchester United, and then Arsenal. So till match day 10, it's only one worst team for Tottenham, and that's Manchester City. But another 8 is going to be good or even for Spurs. So I think having Mickey van de Ven in defense, and this player likes also to score goals, and he's so active from set pieces. So I think it's worth to have this kind of player in your defensive side, and he's good prospect in starting in the beginning of FPL. So another 2 defenders which are on the bench right now are Aaron Wan-Bissaka and De Cooper. That does not mean that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is going to be on the bench on game week 1. Because maybe I'm going to change the formation in my team if I pick this kind of team. So what's the most important, Aaron Wan-Bissaka was very good in last year, so I'm predicting the same right now. So the first fixture against Sunderland, and I guess I'm going to pick him as the starter in my team. Next is De Cooper because of the transfer of Pervis Estupinian to AC Milan. I think De Cooper right now has all the ability to play as the main fullback in Brighton. So there is a rumors that he's going to take penalties. And he's active from set pieces, and in Belgium under 21 or in Belgium team, he is very good in attack. So having under 4.5 million, having De Cooper, who has very good fixtures, we can see now Brighton's calendar: Fulham, Everton, then Manchester City. Okay, we all know about it. Bournemouth, Tottenham, Chelsea, Wolves, and Newcastle. So not many hard fixtures for them, and I think under 4.5 million, he's great one to pick. Now let's see our midfield line. My midfield line is looking like this. I'm going to start, of course, with Mohamed Salah, and I just want to give you that kind of tip that don't miss Mohamed Salah, because I think he has ability to have this season likewise it was recently. In last year, Mohamed Salah was the best player, of course, in FPL, and right now I'm predicting that he's going to be likewise, because Liverpool has very good transfers and he must be motivated. There was rumors last year that he was going to live in Saudi, but right now he's in Liverpool, and I think he is going to be leader. Now he has more motivation because Wirtz with him, Ekitike, and possibly Isak in Liverpool. So I think Liverpool is going to be very good this year and the favorites in all three competitions which they are going to participate. So Mohamed Salah right now, and next one is Cole Palmer, another expensive midfielder but worth it, because I think Chelsea now are a little bit favorites to win that tournament, I mean Premier League, because Chelsea was going to have this Champions League spot, and now they won Conference League, they won Club World Cup, and the confidence is higher. So I think who else but Cole Palmer must take that responsibility and lead Chelsea to the victory, and I guess he's going to be active. Of course, we all know the second half of the last competition of the Premier League was very bad for Cole Palmer, and he was criticized by everyone. But this year, I think he will be leader, and I guess from day one he is going to be crucial player. And the next one is Moses Caicedo, another Chelsea player, because of new update which is all about defensive points. I think that Moses Caicedo will be profitable for us, because I think in every match day he is going to take +2 from the air. So I think Moses Caicedo alongside Cole Palmer, and the price 5.5 million is worth to pick. Of course, I was thinking that everyone was thinking that he was flop from day one, but this time Moses Caicedo just shown his quality to us. So I think from day one he's going to be good player for our fantasy team, and he's not expensive also. And we can see now Chelsea's fixtures: Crystal Palace, West Ham, Fulham, Brentford, Manchester United, Brighton, and then Liverpool on match day 7. So first 3 fixtures are going to be London derby. So I think Chelsea are playing very well London derbies, and I think having two of them, Palmer and Caicedo, are going to be good for every team. Next one is another Tottenham player, that's Kudus, and I just explained why I was going to pick Mickey van de Ven from Tottenham, and this time for the same reason I'm going to pick Kudus from Spurs. Of course, we all know Son is not going to participate in many games, and these minutes will be diminished for him. And I think Kudus has the ability to play in a starting lineup, and he was very good in West Ham. He was very good in Champions League fantasy also. And in a matter of fantasy, Kudus is very good as said. And I think under 6.5 million, he's very good to be picked. And next one is Phil Foden, who had a very bad season last year, and just like whole Manchester City lineup. And I think this time Phil Foden will be better, because Cherki, Doku, Grealish is going to leave, of course, but Savinho and Bernardo Silva, many players, a huge competition inside Manchester City. But I think Phil Foden is going to be crucial this year, and he had good Club World Cup, and I think he can do likewise in the Premier League. And Manchester City will have new motivation, because there is Rodri, there is Reinders, Cherki, and many new players just like Ait Nouri. So I think this time Manchester City is going to be different, just like it was last year. And I have no clue that Guardiola is going to flop 2 seasons in a row. There is no way, I think. So having Foden, 2 years ago he was the best player in FPL, but right now I think he has ability to collect many points for us. And if we see Manchester City's first fixtures, it's Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton, Manchester United, Arsenal, Burnley, Brentford, and Everton. So I think Foden has all the ability to have the best season so far, and I guess who else but him is going to collect many assists for Erling Haaland. My forwards are looking like this, and of course I'm going to start with João Pedro, who had great impact in Chelsea. His transfer was from Brighton, so no adaptation in the Premier League because he knows Premier League football very well right now. And João Pedro has had very good influence in Chelsea. He scored crucial goals in the Club World Cup, and he won Club World Cup for Chelsea. And of course I think he's going to be the starter main forward, despite the fact Chelsea bought the lab and they have Nicolas Jackson. I think they found their forward as João Pedro, and I think under his price he is worth to be picked, and he's going to collect many points for our team. Next one is Wood. 2 seasons in a row Wood is looking too good, and I guess Nottingham Forest can start same thing, and I think Chris Wood is looking too good, and he was cheap last year and he was collecting many points. Now his price is increased, but I guess even under 7.5 million. If I'm not mistaken, of course, 7.5 million, he is worth to pick. And if you see the fixtures again of Nottingham Forest, there are Brentford, Crystal Palace, West Ham, at least 3, and then Arsenal, Burnley, and Sunderland. So 5 fixtures out of 6, sorry, are looking too good for even forward, just like Chris Wood is. So next forward is Bamford from Leeds, and that's a reserve and that's a backup for those João Pedro and Wood. I think Leeds, Bamford is going to play in the starting lineup of Leeds, and I guess we can have the ability of the little rotation in a situation of injury case, but I guess there is not going to be. I wish not to have that kind of situation, but as a backup, Bamford is looking too good, and his price is 5.5 million, so he's looking too good to be picked. So that's the team, and in a matter of captaincy, we have many players to choose, just like Mohamed Salah, Cole Palmer, João Pedro, even Wood, and even Phil Foden, but nobody knows what is going to happen. So right now, of course, who else but Mohamed Salah is going to be my captain for game week 1, and this draft I like very much. You can copy of it, or you can take some tips from it. And now of course you have the question, what about Ekitike, what about Gyökeres and other forwards, what about Isak? And I want to talk about like this. Okay, let's start with Isak, and right now we have the frames that Isak wants to leave, and he just refused to play for Saudi, and I guess Isak wants only Liverpool. But what's the main problem right now is that Liverpool already bought Ekitike from Eintracht, and I think the forwards from Eintracht are always flop, just like Kolomuani, just like Jovic, Andre Silva. And now I'm thinking that under 8 million Ekitike is going to be flop, and I think he's not going to shine. Just Liverpool was so quick and they bought Ekitike, and now it's a possibility to buy Isak, but I don't think that they are going to pay a lot of money, much money, because they already paid a lot of money on Wirtz, on Ekitike. There was Frimpong, Kerkesh, Mamardashvili from Valencia. So good transfer window from Liverpool. But I think if I would Liverpool's manager, I think I would buy another defender, because there will be huge problems in central defensive side if Virgil or Konate is going to be injured, because Kwanzaa out, and I think if the player Liverpool if there is a possibility to buy player, I think it must be defender for Merseyside club. So I have my opinions that AKTK is going to be flop, so I'm not going to pick in my team, and his price is also 8.5 million, and if I have that kind of situation, I would buy Bowen instead of him. And what about Isak? I'm not going to buy Isak, of course, despite the fact he's going to be sold or not. I think that there is a tough situation in Newcastle, and Isak wants to leave. Newcastle has the ability to take much money, and not many teams have the ability to pay that kind of money. So there was one Liverpool who bought Ekitike already, and I guess they are not going to pay a lot of money for Isak, and I think the transfer window for Liverpool's forward is over. But there are some teams, for example PSG, why not, they are able to pay, and I think who else but Real Madrid. Not some players, not everyone can pay this kind of money, but I think Manchester United right now has the ability to buy at least good forward, and Sesko is going to play for Newcastle. So that's my opinion. So what about Gyökeres right now? And I think he's going to be a good player in Arsenal. But right now, at a matter of adaptation, I think Gyökeres needs a little time to be adapted for the adaptation. And so let's see Arsenal's fixture. Manchester United, Leeds, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Manchester City, and Newcastle. At least 4 out of 6 is tough for the Gunners. So that's why I'm not going to pick Gabriel or Saliba from Arsenal defensive side, or Lewis Kelly, or any player from the Gunners, or even for Gyökeres, which is not at this moment in FPL. Nobody knows his price, but I think he's going to be 8.5 or 8 million, or maximum 9 million. But this time I have not this kind of recommendation to buy Gyökeres from the first fixture, but nobody knows what is going to happen. But this is my opinion, and guys, this is my team. You can, if you like it, you can copy it, and of course share me your opinion in the comment section, and let's switch our opinions about current transfer window and who is going to win Premier League this year. What's your opinion, and who is going to be main character in FPL from day one? So thank you guys for watching and for your support, and see you later. Wish you all the best.